¿Qué pasa to the pack? It's Pack here. Today we have an update of player likenesses. Dude, I feel like it's been forever since we've gotten one, and some pretty big ones that actually we were like begging for, so that's fire. I believe this is patch like 9, I think. It says a patch update 22, but that doesn't sound as cool. But it's 1.9 update, so that's what we're gonna cover in today's video. Before the video starts, please be an OG, join the pack, subscribe, and let's talk about it. One quick thing is that some players are only tattoos, other players are face scans, and some players are just hair. So I'm gonna break it all down in today's video. There's more than 15, but this is only 15 I thought were like reasonable enough to talk about. So let's go. The first player is Najee Marshall on the Pelicans. So tattoos, they added his tattoos on the left and right arm. Very, very, very detailed. And even on the leg right there. See, I'm happy with this. Like, I like that because there's some players in the NBA like that, you know, are 70 overalls, and 2K would be like, why am I going to waste my time updating this player? But Najee does get minutes, and like, at the end of the day, them focusing on the players that don't get a lot of minutes and like have attention and still trying to get them perfect is pretty impressive. Like, I always like to do this thing. Step back and look at this player for a second. Like, this is pretty damn realistic. Like, imagine if you're Najee and you turn on 2K and want to play as yourself. I mean, you're right there, and it's like perfect. That's crazy. Next player we have is Paul Reed on the 76ers, a 73 overall, so a little more of a bigger player, right? Isn't Paul Reed like that dude that was really good in the G League? I think I'm remembering that right. But look at his tattoos right here. A lot more detailed, a lot darker tattoos too, which is interesting. You can see it all detailed right down the arms. He has an R and the, I guess, double R's on his triceps. So, okay, I see you. Besides that, though, there's not really a big change with Paul Reed. The face scan, the hair, all that stuff is the same. It's literally just tattoo update. For these next couple players, they're really going to be only tattoo updates. The next player is Tre Jones on the San Antonio Spurs. Tre Jones gets minutes. My complaint about Tre is that he's not necessarily good at anything, and that's why I don't like that he plays on the Spurs. But still, he does get his tattoo on his leg. Very small. I'm assuming it says more than just John, right? But at the moment, that's all I can read, right? He's added into the game. His update and all that stuff is good. I do think that the skin tone's wrong. They made him like a little bit too orange in this, which is like kind of unrealistic. But besides that, I think this is like, for the most part, decent. I'm glad they added the tattoo. And even if it's something as small as like just John on your leg, and adding it's pretty impressive that they took the time out of the day to do that. The next player on the Minnesota Timberwolves is Jaden McDaniels. By the way, one of the cleanest jump shots of 2K history. I don't know why, but when I play with Jaden, he's a bucket in this game. He's a 75 overall, but he's way better in 2K. They add the tattoo on his right arm. Pretty detailed. He has it also on his right leg as well. So just tattoos for him, like not major changes either. Again, face scan and hair are the same, but the tattoos are added, which is awesome. The next player is on the Grizzlies, Xavier Tillman, 77 overall, a pretty big one. A pretty big name with a tattoo on his shoulder. Damn, that's a pretty cool tattoo with like, I think it's a Jaguar with like the little like paw prints on it, and it has like numbers on it. I like that a lot. It's actually a really fire tattoo. I think they also updated his body type because he's way bigger now. Like, this is what Desmond Bane low-key looks like. Like, this dude's massive. So they updated, I think, his body type and his tattoos, which is very, very, very good. He even has redemption on his arm. Very clean. Very good for Xavier Tillman. He's actually had a pretty good season so far with the Grizzlies as one of the best teams in the NBA. So it's important they update everybody. The next player is Sadiq Bey, who's a 77 overall, but that's going to change pretty soon tomorrow, probably. But they add his tattoos on his right arm and his left leg. Actually, from my understanding, the tattoos on the right were already there, I think. But they added the tattoo on the left leg, which is new. That's what they updated. Because the face scan, the hair, all that stuff is the same. The tattoo on the right arm is the same. But they did add the tattoos on the left leg. Besides that, though, very small changes for Sadiq Bey. What's more important is that they get his rating updated correctly. That's what we need. The next player is DAngelo Russell. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, it's a tattoo update. I'm going to tell you right now, he has so many tattoos that it's really hard to tell what's new and what's not. Damn, is that a Jason Voorhees mat? That's pretty fire. But anyways, he has tattoos on his legs and arms. I don't know which ones are new, but it said that they added new ones, which is very, very good. You know, obviously it's not easy to get someone with this many like tattoos on him to like be detailed as possible, and yet they're pulling it off, which is cool. Same thing goes with this next player with Terry Rozier. Again, they said they added more tattoos, but because he's covered in tattoos, I honestly couldn't tell you what are the new ones. He has tattoos on both legs and arms, and even on his neck. So I think maybe it was the neck tattoo that was added, I think. Actually, I think that's actually what happened. So that's fire. Overall, looks really, really good. I'm happy they did because the Hornets are one of the coolest teams in the NBA right now. Now, this next group of players are all players that got face scan updates or hair updates, which is really the more exciting stuff to me, obviously. This next player is Brandon Boston Jr. on the Clippers, right? Brandon Boston Jr. didn't have a face scan at all, so there was like the 2K creator model. Now it's actual face scan, hair updated, headband detailed, the tattoos on his left arm. Everything about this is so much better. And a player's been getting a lot of minutes on the Clippers, and he's about to get a lot more minutes with the Clippers now that Paul George might not be coming back at all. This is an important player to update, and it looks fantastic. Next player is Isaiah Todd on the Wizards, who's a rookie for the Wizards. They have his face scan now, his hairstyle, tattoo on the shoulder and on the inside arm. Very, very, very good. Again, another player that, like, you know, is a rookie, isn't really playing necessarily like amazing or anything, but they still decided to give all the details as possible to make him possible. Even the tattoo in the chest right now, you can barely see it, but it's right there. So like, they went out of the way to make sure this was like perfect, which is impressive. Next player is on the Knicks with rookie Jericho Sims. This dude is massive, tall, and on top of all that, he has a crazy vertical. But now they add his face scan, his hair into the game, the afro with the face scan, with the skin tone, all of it's perfect. Very, very nice for the Knicks rookie. Also, staying with the Knicks, we have Derrick Rose. The only change I saw, because I think the tattoos are the same, he might have more hand tattoos, so that might be a thing that I was missing. But the bigger thing about Derrick Rose is the hair. The hair went from like he basically just changed the hairstyle and wrapped up his dreads. It's like, besides that, like, it's kind of the same. Man, it's kind of crazy to think how much Derrick Rose has changed over the years. Like, he used to look so different, but it's crazy how he's evolved, and he's evolved as a player as well. It's really cool. Now, these next couple players got actually hair updates. So basically, if you already know about 2K, you can have different hairstyles for same NBA players, right? But there's a lot of players that, like, they change their hair every day, and so they have to add all the hairstyles possible so that, like, in 2K, so you can change it. So Jaylen Brown's hair is short, but he also has moments where his hair is a lot longer, kind of like the OG Jaylen Brown, like rookie Jaylen Brown had his like hair like that, right? And then sometimes he has it like a little different, like fade instead, and then sometimes he has it a little longer on the top, but not too long. So he changes his hair a lot, and so 2K, I think, just decided to be like, you know what, we'll add all the different hairstyles at the same time to make it easy for us, and there you go. Like, for example, like now this one is like the short hair with like a shorter beard, with the short hair and the long beard, and then the high top, and then all the different type of hairstyles you can imagine for Jaylen Brown are now added into the game, which is clutch. Same thing goes with Otto Porter. Otto Porter has the long hair, sometimes he cuts it short. Those are the only two different hairstyles they have for Otto Porter, but again, when the Warriors are one of the best teams in the NBA, you want to make sure you have it right. I believe he has his hair short right now. It's not as long as it used to be, so now they have that, which is clutch. But there's another Warriors player that we were all way more excited to talk about, and yes, they finally fixed Jordan Poole with the short hairstyle. There you go. Jordan Poole, who he's been rocking all season, has now been added into NBA 2K22. It only took them, you know, Klay Thompson coming back. It took a pretty long time. But that's it. 3 hairstyles. Those have the Afro version, which he had, I think, I don't know if it was last year or 2 years ago. 2 years ago, right? So they have all his hairstyles now, but now they have the accurate one, which is very, very good. And like, finally, bro, because we were waiting for this one for so long. We had to beg 2K for like update after update to finally get it, and now we have it, which is awesome, right? Now that is everyone in this video. If I missed anybody, leave it in the comments below. If you like the channel, please give it a sub, and I'll see you guys next time.